Hey guys, welcome back to Two Brothers Gaming Podcast. This is episode 53, and I'm here with Rylan.
Yeah, yeah. Finally starting to move up through the 50s and whatnot.
Yeah, 53. Moving up.
Yeah,
Rylan's got a new setup.
yeah. I'm using my Mac right now, and I'm not home, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and able to record while traveling. Nice.
anywhere. Yeah. I'm recording my dad's and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
everywhere.
now,
That'd be good.
so that I'll have my big old PC.
Right, you don't have to lug it around. And two monitors and everything.
Yeah,
All right, we'll go ahead and jump into it. Um, so there's been people since the Insomniac leak. There's been people working on a Spider-Man 2 unofficial PC port, and we have more information on that.
it's pretty cool.
It is.
Spider-Man 2 and everything. So it says here the development of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 unofficial PC port is proceeding quickly, and major strides have been made in the past few days, which is pretty cool. It says here reported on X, also known as Twitter, by PC Focus. The official PC port is looking more and more like an actual game as the textures are being applied quickly and the main menu looks almost ready, as it is only missing shader effects like reflections. Gameplay is also looking fine, although it is clear there is still plenty of work left to be done. It says here at the rate of things are going, the development of the unofficial Marvel Spider-Man 2 PC port is be completed going to be complete way before work on the official one is. According to the last month leak, development of the PC port should end this fiscal year, though it could be released after April. That's what it says here. Although likely it will be released towards the end of the year. So
Yeah. So I thought this was,
pretty cool.
yeah, it was really cool because we're going to have to wait, what, probably at least 2 years before we get an official PC port from Sony.
Yeah.
And since the Insomniac leak, people were able to get Spider Man 2's code. So therefore, they can make their own PC port if they want. And so they're developing that. So maybe we'll get Spider Man 2 before the 2 years from other people.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
hopefully,
So
I'll play it. I mean, why not? And then just buy the other one when it comes out.
yeah.
So I thought that was really cool, and it'd be really fun to be able to play it early.
Yeah, it really would. I would like to be able to play it early and everything like that. So
Yeah. All right. We'll go ahead and go on to the next topic. So we've talked a lot about gaming Windows handhelds on here, and
handhelds.
there's another one
Yeah.
announced here. The MSI Claw handheld has been announced.
I've noticed they've been making a whole bunch of like different handhelds recently. Like, you have your
Just in
Rogue
the past few
Ally,
months, like,
yeah, like the Lenovo Legion, stuff like that. Steam Deck also, like all those they've made like in the past year.
yeah. I mean, we've
I'm re-
covered
I'm really
3 or 4 since June, and we started our
yeah,
podcast in June.
yeah. It's kind of cool like seeing all the handhelds take off and everything. Like how popular they're getting in such a short period of time.
It is.
But I got here. After a tease on Instagram last week, MSI has officially announced Claw, a portable gaming PC looking to join a growing market that includes the Steam Deck and many others. As part of its CES 2024 announcements, MSI shared more information than just the name and images of the Claw. The Intel Meteor Lake processor powers the new handheld gaming PC, which is an interesting choice given aside of the even other handheld gaming PCs on the market, like the aforementioned Steam Deck, Rogue Ally, and the Lenovo Legion Go, all use ADM CPUs in its devices. Another interesting thing to note is MSI Claw features a 7-inch FHD IPS display with a 120 hertz refresh rate, making it the same length as the Asus ROG Ally display. Unironically, the Claw looks similar to the Asus ROG Ally, with a few differences aside from the obvious difference in variant color, most notably the MSI Claw's A, B, X, and Y buttons are blue. So,
Have you seen a picture of this thing?
no, not really.
It looks. I mean, it looks like a black ROG Ally. Like no joke, it looks the exact same, just black
Seriously.
instead of white. Yeah,
So it's just the same thing, just black, and like the buttons actually kind
pretty
of
much.
glow
But it
like
has an
blue.
Intel graphics card and CPU instead of AMD.
Wow.
Which I
So I
mean,
wonder why they chose to do like Intel and crap and
I
not
don't
AMD.
know. I guess we'll see how it plays out. But I mean, people are obviously guessing that it's not going to perform as well with it being
Yeah.
Intel.
I
So
mean, I'm pretty sure it'll do fine.
it'll be, it'll be good enough. You can play games on it. It's not like it's not going to play games or nothing. But
Yeah,
people, Intel's mobile chips haven't been as powerful as AMD's Ryzen chips.
yeah. I mean, AMDs they have,
Well, it's the
I'd say,
AMD
more
Ryzen
powerful.
Extreme Z1
Yeah,
or
I
Z1
think they have
Extreme in
more
this
powerful
one.
chips than those.
So yeah, you pretty much went over everything. I'll just recap here. MSI Claw handheld announced. MSI announcing the Claw, its first handheld gaming PC that will retail for $699 US. Aside from the fact that MSI will soon enter a market that was mainstream nearly 2 years ago with the release of Valve's Steam Deck, MSI Claw is also a noteworthy device as it is the first market to use Intel as both its CPU and GPU. MSI Claw will launch in the second half of 2024. The Claw A1M console is powered by Intel's latest Core Ultra 155H Meteor Lake. The processor is paired with 16 gigabytes of dual channel LPDDR5 640 6400 memory and an SSD
Quite a
in
bit.
an M.2 2230 form factor. Yeah, so
Yeah,
our ROG Ally also has 16 gigabytes of
yeah.
RAM.
So it's just the ROG Ally but black. That's all,
Pretty
like all
much.
it is.
Like when this thing was first leaked, people were saying this it was going to have an option of 32 gigabytes of RAM, which
Yeah,
would potentially put it over the top of the ROG Ally. But now it's saying that there's not going to be a 32 gigabyte option. It's just 16 gigabytes, which could put it around the same or lower than the ROG Ally without having that Intel CPU and GPU.
that's it's pretty cool that they're just. Oh, I like seeing all these new handhelds.
It's
Just
good to see all the competitiveness because it's going to make all the other ones
yeah,
better. Like eventually they were going to get the ROG Ally 2. Hopefully we can get up to 32 gigabytes of RAM in that thing. That would be
yeah. I
awesome.
feel like soon, I'd say in the next year or two, there will be one with 32 gigabytes of RAM.
I hope so because I mean I would trade in this ROG Ally for an upgraded ROG Ally with 32 gigabytes RAM.
Yeah,
So hopefully we can get that in the near future. I'd say within the next year and a half, we'll probably see at least one device with 32 gigabytes of RAM.
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Really.
All right. We'll move on. Nintendo Selects are reportedly coming to Nintendo Switch.
Whatever. Okay, I just have a few games or whatnot to say here. I have Paper Mario, The Origami King, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, 2019. Pikmin 3, Metroid Dread, Kirby Star Allies, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Fire Emblem Engage, Yoshi's Crafted World, Wario Where Get It Together, Nintendo Switch Sports, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Maker 2, and Mario Strikers Battle League.
Yeah, so
That's all they can.
the games you read, those are the ones that are potentially being delisted. So that's
Yeah.
where people are saying that they may be getting Nintendo Selects. So what it says here on mine, it says call it I don't even, I'm not even gonna say it. Okay. Preparation for what's next. Nintendo has a habit of stopping printing of their first party titles towards the end of a console's life cycle.
Hmm.
Don't worry though, the games in question don't go away entirely. The first edition of a game becomes more difficult to track down over time. In its place, Nintendo reprints the game with a new label, typically a specific banner signifying being part of a specific selection of games. On the Wii family of consoles, including Wii U, these titles were known as Nintendo Selects. On the GameCube, they were known as Player's Choice.
Yeah.
It says the difference on the box between the original print and the new print was a gold Nintendo seal with a red background versus the normal blue banner for the Wii U or the white banner for the Wii. The early indicators seem to be pointing in that direction. Such a decision to sundown a console. We even see that echoed in Nintendo's competitors. Switch has a multitude of strong first party titles that have sold well, and reprinting them could potentially grab the attention of avid collectors, increasing their sales all over again. However, this could also increase the rarity of certain harder to find physical editions, such as Astral Chain or Bayonetta 2, if reprints under a new banner are issued. And the 3DS also had Nintendo Selects. I have a couple Nintendo
Yeah.
Selects. I think my Wii Twilight Princess is actually a Nintendo Select. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, I think I might actually be the only Nintendo Select that I have. I have a couple Player's Choice GameCube games. Like I think my Metroid Prime is Player's Choice. So and usually they're cheaper. So like I believe on the Wii, Nintendo Selects were $19.99, so $20 in the US. So they're usually cheaper.
So they're around like
It'd be
probably
probably
50.
$30 to $40 now with the raise of
Oh,
everything. Still a good. I
yeah.
mean, better than 60.
Sure. It's way better than 60.
Yeah,
I mean, crab games now are $70.
but yeah, for next
Like
gen they
the
are,
newer,
and
like
like Tears
newer
of the Kingdom is
slots and
70.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's $70. I hate that they're raising prices.
it's
I
just
mean,
a,
60 is fine, but then they're gonna raise them even more
they are. I mean, it costs more to make the
unless
games and get the chips and everything, and
as long as they keep making everything more realistic, the price of the games are gonna keep going up.
eventually we're gonna get to where a game's $150.
I don't know.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
There's no way.
I
Emulation's
ain't
gonna
spending
skyrocket
150 on a
then.
game.
Downloading ROMs and
Yeah,
stuff. Nobody's gonna pay
people,
$150 for a game.
I know people gonna be like, screw that crap. I ain't paying 150 for a game.
No, I mean you already got to pay how much for the console or the PC? five
Yeah,
hundred
it's like,
dollars for
hey,
a next gen console.
have you seen the latest Call of Duty? Yeah, it's like $150. Screw that and the emulation.
Yeah. All right. We'll go on to the next topic. There has been an Xbox Developer Direct set.
Heck yeah. I hear Microsoft has announced a new Xbox Developer Direct showcase set for Thursday, January 18th at 12 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and 8 p.m. in the UK. It says here. In a post on Xbox Wire, Microsoft said fans will get an inside look at a section of highly anticipated games coming to Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Game Pass. Shortly after, ZeniMax Online Studios will host the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Review at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and 9 p.m. in the UK. It says here to preview 2024's biggest update. Presented by the game creators themselves, Developer Direct offers an in-depth look at upcoming titles and how they're being created and who's creating them, Microsoft said before name checking game machines for a first look at its Indiana Jones game. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
An Indiana Jones game.
that'd be pretty
I wonder
interesting.
how that would play out.
Maybe like
Would
a
it?
Tomb
I
Raider
think it's
game,
kind of
maybe.
gonna be like, yeah, either Tomb Raider, kind of how like not the Just Cause, what are they called? The Uncharted games.
Oh yeah,
Kind of be like
yeah,
that too, because how you're like a treasure hunter in those games too.
yeah. Those are good games too.
Yeah, they really are. Also got here. We'll also head to Obsidian to see more of Avowed as well as Oxide games for Ari History Untold and and Ninja Theory for Senua's Sega. Hellblade 2. Microsoft made a point of saying the Direct will not have updates on games for the recently acquired Activision Blizzard. More of those later this year. The updates are probably going to be, how we were talking about since Microsoft recently just acquired Activision and all that.
Right.
Like, since they're not going to be making any games or whatnot, because they're going to start doing that year cycle, like the 3-year cycle or whatever
Yeah.
again.
For Call of Duty, hopefully they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can look forward to an Xbox Developer Direct. Like Rylan said, it will be on Thursday, January 18th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. UK time. And after that, there will be the Elder Scrolls Online 2024 Global Reveal at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. UK time. And like Rylan
Yes.
said at the end of that, they're saying no Activision Blizzard games, but that kind of takes us to our next topic. They're saying no Activision Blizzard games whatsoever. But do you think they'll at least mention Activision Blizzard in this direct? Or they'll just completely act like they
I feel
didn't
like they
bomb?
will, because yeah, they're definitely going to mention something about it. I don't know. It could be just like how it might not be a new game or whatnot, but they're gonna definitely mention something about them, like how they recently acquired it and everything. Maybe they'll say something about like maybe some Call of Duties, like the older COD or something coming back to, as I said, Game Pass or whatnot, or something like that. Maybe, who knows? But I definitely think they're going to say something about it.
Yeah, I think if they don't say anything about games or anything at all, I think they will at least maybe mention an Activision Blizzard
Yeah.
direct or some kind of event for just Activision Blizzard games later this year. Something we can look forward to. Hopefully. Hopefully they will say something in the next few months about bringing Call of Duties to Game Pass, the older Call of Duties,
Yeah.
Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3.
I can't wait for that to happen though,
Be awesome. Be amazing.
And then you won't have to buy copies online anymore. You can just
Right, you can just get Game Pass and get them that way.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all the topics we got. Shout out to Summer in the chat, hanging out with us while she's working. So appreciate you chatting with us. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials. You can always watch us live on Kick and YouTube, and follow us on all of our personal socials: YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Join our Discord. Come hang out, chat. Once we get 30 members, we'll have movie night. So make sure to invite all your friends and everybody. Buy our merch on Redbubble and Printify. We have an Instagram, Twitter. Ryla made a TikTok last night. We're going to post all of our YouTube shorts on there. So you can watch either on YouTube Shorts or TikTok. It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Just more, get more of a reach out to everybody to get our name out there.
Yeah.
So after tonight, we're going to record like a introduction short and then post that to TikTok and then post all of our other shorts to TikTok from there. So look forward to that. Anything else, Rylan?
No, but we are almost at 100,000 total downloads.
We are with like
I'm pretty sure
98,000.
the last time yeah, we're at like 98,000 right now. So in the next 2 days, we're going to be at 100,000 downloads. That's a big accomplishment for
It
us.
is. It
So
really is.
thank you guys so much for that. Deeply appreciate it. We're only 7 months into this podcast, and it's just amazing how far we've grown in those 7 months. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
And that's all I have to say.
All right. We're going to record another episode after this. So if you're watching live, you can just wait for the notification, click on it, and we'll be back. So we'll catch you guys
Yeah.
in the next episode.